Hi, this is the Professional Amateur Hour coming to you with another review. This week, I looked at The Mutation. And this 2021 film was directed by Scott Jeffrey and stars Ricardo Freitas, Derek Nelson, Abi Casson Thompson, among others, of course. The story of this one is that there's this scientist, and he's creating kind of like a super drug or something, and is testing it on rats. However, all he does is create this radioactive mutant rat that's probably about the size of a human, and it escapes, of course, and starts causing trouble in the city. What will happen exactly? You'll have to watch the movie and find out. Alright, so what works with this movie? Well, I actually really enjoyed the rat. I know it's just a guy in a costume, but the costume is really detailed, and that was, fantastic to see. Also, I think the rat is supposed to be radioactive. It's just like a line that's just thrown in there, like a throwaway line, and nothing really becomes of it, but I enjoyed that as well. So I thought the rat was a pretty cool thing to see. In addition, this is a Scott Jeffrey movie, so of course, all of the lighting is really good, all of the makeup is really good, and, I've come to expect nothing less from Scott Jeffrey on that side, so, the technical stuff is pretty good. And lastly, I thought all the acting was fine, and the characters were fine too. The main character is like this zoologist type of guy who has to, figure out what's going on. Like, is this a bear that's attacking people or whatever? And I did enjoy, his kind of storyline and him going along and trying to really solve the mystery of the rat, and then, eventually trying to, track it down and whatnot. So I really enjoyed that. Alright, so what doesn't work with this film? Well, I think the script is very kind of like oddly written. There are some things that are just like throwaway lines they throw in there that could have been like a much bigger deal. There's also things that kind of like, I guess the perspective is different from characters to characters. Like in this one scene, this person like sneezes once, and then in the next scene, another character says, oh, they were like sneezing profusely. And so definitely you could have, checked the script or checked what you were filming. And so things like that were definitely very odd. In addition, I thought there were a lot of odd choices with the shooting. Like there's this conversation in a car, and someone's also outside the car and they're just hanging in the window having a conversation.
Whatever was in the house, she has no clue. But she's clearly had some kind of reaction to it.
What do you mean?
Well, she was sneezing profusely.
And then after that conversation, they just go back to the office and like continue their conversation. Why not just have it all in the office? I don't know. They also have a lot of like kind of close-up shots of the face when people are talking. And that was odd. I would have pulled that back and had, the characters all on screen. And what else? Some odd shooting things too. Like there's one scene where they kind of walk up the stairs and then they stop in the middle of the stairs and have a little conversation, and then they just keep walking after.
You essentially listen, huh? We'll do all the talking.
Why not just have that, in an office or whatnot? I don't know. But yeah, so definitely some odd shooting. At one point, I had to ask myself, are they going for like a Neil Breen vibe or like a Room vibe? Because the conversations are so awkward at some points, and the shooting is so kind of like miscalculated. And so I had to wonder, like, are they doing this on purpose, or is this like a miscalculation in what they film compared to the script that they have?
What the hell?
I'm sorry, Ellen. I've got to do it myself.
No, what the hell is this?
And, it's just so odd with this one. The story is actually also very slow. It's a lot of people talking in rooms or people talking in cars. And, it's not very fast paced. I always enjoyed seeing the rat and all the rat attacks. I really did enjoy that, but it's just a slog to get to those points. So, who would I recommend this movie to? Well, I think if you want to see a giant rat, yeah, turn this one on. It's just a little slow in between the rat attacks. If you're doing something else like around it, I think that would be fine. Like you turn it on and then you start folding laundry or whatever, where you're really only like half watching it. I think that would also be okay. As for a rating, I gotta give it the risky score of 2. It's definitely a risk if you decide to press play. And having said that, I think that's all I wanted to say, so I will see you next time.